Siema, strony Polski Gracz. Widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku z Andromedy i lecimy na Aję, żeby przekazać tą panią naukowiec, którą odbiliśmy, oraz przy okazji sobie tam na tą kryptę pójść. Do niej wejść, bo ona nam pomoże w tym celu. No i powinien zdać raport z aktywności ketów i kardynała.
Stars and skies light our way.
Stars and skies light our way.
She knows how to play to a crowd.
She's the Moshai.
Welcome home.
I never thought I'd see it again. Without the Resistance and the Pathfinder, I wouldn't be here.
No powiedzmy sobie szczerze.
We freed more than just the Moshai. And the Pathfinder killed a Ket leader. We have a lot to celebrate.
I promised to lead the Pathfinder to Aya's vault.
You're still recovering. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere.
Not without our help.
I'll prepare the vault for your arrival. A shuttle will bring you to me when it's ready.
Thank you, Moshai.
We've been alone against the Ket for too long. You've proven it doesn't have to be that way. It's time we discussed an alliance between our people.
We're happy to make room for you on the Nexus.
We'll provide an embassy here as well. Our city is open to you. Join us.
No i fajnie. Bardzo mi się to podoba.
Well done, Joel. Report for reassignment. I need to stay with the Pathfinder.
O,
Jarl has already become a valued member of my crew.
Of course he has. I see the benefit. Request granted.
no i fajnie.
File a mission report. Don't leave Aya without me.
Tak zrobimy. Dobra, bo teraz mamy tu całkiem sporo. Do roboty. Więc wejdźmy sobie do AI. Okej. Coś tu jest ciekawego? Kapitan portu. List przewozowy, co to średnio interesujące. Datapad. Stacja badawcza. Ale tam nic nie ma. Więc tędy idziemy znów. Się rozejrzmy po AI. Co to było? Arbiter.
My dear Emperor, when I have not kept such records, there's always a first one. For a youth like yourself.
Pathfinder? As you can imagine, your arrival raised concerns from Aya's people. I thought I'd proven... You are one person. They want the Nexus to hear. We've set up terminals in the city so people can leave messages. I'd appreciate if you take a look and...
Okej. Tak zrobimy.
My laws
Arbiter.
need revising now that you're here.
No dobra, to się mogę chyba zgodzić. Prawo warto co jakiś czas jednak zmienić. Dobra, tu są schody.
The Moshai will be waiting.
While I'm here,
Of course. When I first escorted you through our city, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. You didn't have to save the captives from exaltation. I wonder if you realize what that meant to us.
we're in this together. The initiative...
I want to believe it. What can I do for you?
Muszę.
Your people revere the Moshai. What did she do to her?
After the Scourge, our civilization was in ruin. The Moshai is the greatest scientific mind of our gen. When the Ket attacked, she studied their technology.
You owe your survival.
We owe her everything. And we'll do anything to...
I have a few questions.
I'm happy to answer them.
A ja?
Aya seems
Aya is paradise.
I heard about that. For a new person to live... Will you have to leave?
Someday. For now, Aya needs me.
I've noticed that you, Aphra, and...
When the Scourge first struck, there were many... We developed divergent...
What about you?
The Ket left my homeworld. We found a refuge on Aya. My family helped...
Don't take this the wrong way, but...
Not at all. Vold and Havarl, Aya has numerous residential areas.
Are these places open for visitors?
In time, perhaps.
Evra?
If I knew how to do that,
Sometimes it seems like you...
He's a brilliant tactician and inspiring leader. He believes secrecy and isolation.
What do you believe?
We can't defeat the Ket alone. And not...
So...
The Tavatan is a...
Right, but what...
Productivity is the best form of relaxation.
It's also a great way to get stressed out.
You sound like my brothers.
10?
And 8 sisters.
Całkiem sporo.
They're not allowed to bother me at work.
I sense tension between your government and...
Ephra likes giving orders. The Resistance is good at protecting us from... I've learned to indulge Ephra's need for control, just often enough to maintain my own.
Is there time in your busy schedule?
Everyone is special to me.
Not what I meant.
Oh. No. That...
What's it like being
I suspect it's like... Some days it's a burden. Most of the time.
How did you become governor? Dear...
If by vote, you mean argue loudly until one... I got here because I was willing to endure and fight for the...
Rodzina?
10...
I've always thought of it as
Just one? My sister, Sarah.
What happened to the others?
Our parents only had 2 children. Underachievers.
That sounds... relaxing. When my family gets together, the noise is like stand... My mother says I became governor, so...
Is she right?
Always.
Dobra, do dzięki
Ishari.
za rozmowę. Coś tu jest? Nie. No dobra, no to zmykamy stąd. I dalej po AI się rozejrzyjmy.
I'm not selling to aliens.
Bo oni tu cały czas taką propagandę dają, jakby mieli wygrać, naprawdę.
Okay?
Who knew saving a respected member of Vanguard's... I've been talking to some of their traders, seeing if we can work things out.
We have to be careful not to trade away.
Trust me.
New clientele is always welcome here. Have a look. I'm sure you'll find something to your taste.
The sales pitch is good.
No to pokaż ten towar. Przedmioty handlarza, pancerz. Mogę to kupić, powiedzmy. Dobra. Edytuj.
Pathfinder. I never thought I'd see the Moshai again. Welcome to the market. I enforce correct conduct between As the first outsider to enter the city, you are ignorant of our laws. We should change that.
Where I'm from, the biggest trade law is don't cheat.
I suspect we define cheating differently. What is unfair changes based on perspective.
Who decides what happens to people who break the law?
It depends on the grievance. I settle minor offenses right here. More serious ones require a tribunal.
Dobra.
I don't want to cause any trouble. How do I learn your laws?
I'll transmit a full readout. Familiarize yourself with the contents. Personal responsibility is a core foundation of our society.
Understood.
Please visit my colleagues in the governor's office. They'll teach you about our culture and what it means to walk freely among. It would be unfortunate if you had.
No, dobra.
Your credits are as good as anyone else's. Don't start any trouble and we'll find.
I'll be the poster
Indulge in a little luxury.
Whatever that.
Haribo fresh from the vine. Vestaran? I was there when you landed. Watched you get escorted through the city.
Bet that was a sight.
You were an unexpected outsider. Not really a laughing matter.
I've never seen fruit like this.
Haribo. Sweet with a little bite.
Is fruit scarce here?
In this form, yes. Very expensive. If you buy a Haribo from me, it's a luxury.
I'll get...
Okej. Nic tu nie zeskanuję.
Materials for art, for science, for you. Exaltation is just another word for how the kid kill us.
And if you're wrong? If we've been killing for them without realizing it?
I saw a Ket up close when they attacked. It was nothing like our people.
The Ket weaponize their victims to make you hesitate.
And when the Ket begin to exalt your people, what will you do then?
Thank you for that. Insight, Pathfinder. The issue facing us is complex. Come, my friends. Deliberate with me.
Czy się tu rozejrzę?
Why would she go off the thing?
Warto się rozglądać, tu nic ciekawego
Welcome
nie
to
ma.
the Taverton. Feel free to order a drink, or if you're hungry, we have nutrient paste. Not as exciting as fresh fruit, but you'll like it.
I'd like a drink. What does Tabaton mean?
It depends on the context. If it's a location like this, it's more a place you could.
What if you need to meet your
It's not so hard to understand. I'm sure your language has its quirks.
Don't get me started.
No dobra.
What's in that stuff?
In short, everything. Nearly. We can feed an entire planet in a single harvest. Even ship some off-world. If you want, I can send a few samples.
The Nexus would love that.
Consider it done.
Super.
That's all for now.
We'll come back.
Jest Liam.
Real change in tone after that care facility.
Let's try not to make it.
Don't worry about me.
Helping the Moshai opened a lot of... Most Angara still keep their distance, though.
Well, you are a bit of an eyesore.
Speak for yourself. When I saw my first human, I...
No dobra.
I'm so glad you're back.
Potem tamtędy się wrócimy.
We got word from Eladin.
Good news?
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
What's your job around here?
Aelin and I help Avela with her studies.
So you make relics look new.
Do as I can. I'm not a miracle worker. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
Pathfinder, did you make it to Hervara?
I found this Angaran helmet. Does it mean anything to you?
This is a pre-Dark Age design. These stars, it's perfectly preserved. I can almost imagine the pilot. He must have been so afraid. I've never seen one of these intact. Do you know how rare this is? I can't even begin to repay you.
If it makes you that happy, I'll gladly do.
Do you offer priceless relics to every Angar?
Only the special ones?
I'll keep that in mind. You know, Pathfinder, this gets me thinking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know that helmet existed. What if that's not all we're missing? There could be a wealth of history just out of our reach. So, I'm requesting your help again.
For you? Anything.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't like the sound of that. I've led digs on every Angaran homeworld, but there are places I've missed, areas only a Pathfinder could go. There could be relics sitting untouched for centuries because no... What I ask is this. If you ever find...
That's it?
That's it. Keep me in mind as you explore and bring me anything of interest.
You're the expert. Can't you just...
I'd like to. More. My predecessor trusted me. No matter how much I missed the adventure,
It'd help if I knew...
Any planet could contain something of... I know that doesn't answer your question, but just keep your eyes open for me.
A few hidden relics?
I don't know what I'll be here if you find anything. Good luck.
This is quite a...
It feels like home to me. But it's got a long way to go. And the people will come here to learn.
You'll get there.
With enough hard work, yes.
Any insight you...
We don't know much. To our understanding, stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
You said the helmet was touched by...
I forget your people weren't around for... When the Scourge appeared, it targeted remnant ships, broke down their technology.
The ships crashed.
But that may not be all. The Scourge leaves a mark on whatever it touched. If it touched this helmet, perhaps the pilot was the target. There may be remnant tech inside the helmet.
Or in the pilot.
Storms. I hadn't even thought of that.
Is it normal for someone as young as you to be in charge?
I'm no younger than you. And you're a path.
I kinda inherited the job.
So did I. I was apprenticed to the former curator. It was my... When he retired, I sort of...
Do you miss relic?
Some days, but mostly I'm happy to spend more time with each piece.
Have you always been...
Oh yes. When I was young, I would...
14? That's insane.
Why? How many do you have?
Just the one.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Dobra, a tu jest jeszcze jakiś ziomek.
I've heard so much about you. Is it
Sure is.
Czekaj, że jest do nas plecami.
amazing? I would have liked to see that.
Are you a rel...
Actually, I started. Eventually, that led me to the repository.
I take it you help...
Nalan and
Why?
sometimes I have to remind her to take a break.
I'll...
Niech tak wygląda, dobra. Datapad.
Ryder.
Bibi.
You know, the more I interact with the Angara, the more I feel for them. Especially with what we know about exaltation. I can't imagine.
The Angara are resilient. Learning what the Ket are doing will give them new purpose.
Well, I'm determined to help them. We need to make things right.
Hello, Pathfinder.
Oh.
Okej. Dobra, tych tam rzeczy nie ma co.
Ryder.
Maybe I should introduce myself.
No ładnie. To do pana arbitra.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a datapad and our laws regarding war.
Pierwsza z 241. No to ładnie. Raskę, pogadasz?
Routine Vayon to replace them. We out of food in 2 days.
Sounds like you've...
Too many Ket, not enough resistance. I have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without... They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a Ket outpost, but I don't know.
Wyślij wsparcie.
If they could do it alone.
Hitting the enemy in one place leaves us vulnerable elsewhere. This is the hardest part of my job.
Nie ma sprawy. No i Ewra, pogadajmy
I
sobie.
expect you to take good care of
I will. I'm sure he'll return the favor.
Don't worry about him. You say... Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That...
It must be hard for you.
Doesn't change what we... What do you need?
What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the Resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her?
She holds her own. Not many do.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening, like a city planner meeting.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
There's no official Angaran military?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the resistance real.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. Every time we destroy a facility, take out...
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
How did you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a... Last contact I had. Didn't figure you for an optimist.
How is the Resistance organized?
Loosely. We operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not Resistance?
Aya police. Purely ornamental. Gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the Resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? You've been fighting Ket a long time.
Your war's...
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for...
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about...
Slaves, resources...
You didn't see the exaltation process. They treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough. Each of our colonies heard a different story. They came from far.
Ever tried following a Ket ship?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
Ciekawe.
You're not getting...
I'd just like to know...
You want to know what it's like? I wake up every morning to fight a... If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than...
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
Okej. Evra nadal nie jest do nas w pełni ufny, ale wiadomo, jako przywódca musi być względem nas, no... Troszkę mu się nie dziwię.
Good to see you. Wish I could join in down there. I could use a workout. Getting lots of stairs reminds me of being on... We're the aliens.
For some Angara, we're the only humans.
Whatever happens.
No, dobra.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
How do I decontaminate?
Ion console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
I assume you're the human everyone... If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know any... Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
If Jarl take... Can you point me to resources?
So you're considering all I have medical journals on treating Angar. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor.
Is there...
They're filled with The gel works with our...
Think it'd work?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain. Our bodies produce a store... We use it for short range. I admit,
Some of us are biotic. It's similar.
I would be interested to study biotics.
Mm. Ja chyba i tak średnio wejść. Ten proces przeszedłem i ciula to dało, więc... Więc no. No, biegi Rider. Tu chyba byłem. Jo, tu byłem, dobra. Wyszli bez edycji. Ej, byłem, więc nie ma sensu znowuż tu wchodzić. Angarka jakaś nas skanowała, to ciekawe. Nawet nie zwróciłem uwagi. No to widzicie. Jak już jesteśmy na AI, no to zróbmy wszystko, co tu się da robić, prawda? Done free.
Hello there.
I'm working.
You scan Aya's first alien.
Curiosity does.
Noted. What's your interest?
You're an alien on my homeworld. Why would...
You could have asked.
Fine. Will you submit to a full spectrum analysis of your biology?
Are you looking for something specific?
We share many external similarities. I want to learn if that holds true in...
You haven't even told...
Danfra, biological researcher. This is my
Dobra,
home.
zaszalej.
I can't fault you for being curious.
I didn't think you'd comply.
I'm full of surprises.
That you are. When we face extinction, family is our final comfort. Do you understand that?
I came to this galaxy with my family. I lost...
But you still carry on his legacy. Family is everything. What will your family look like in 5 generations?
You're worried there'll be more of us?
I have 23 grandchildren. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
A cię nie przeskanuję? Nie, cię nie przeskanuję. Porozmawiaj z arbitrem. Też tu coś było. Dobra. Czemu o nas gadają? Coś tam słyszałem.
Arbiter Renav told me to expect you. I prepared a datapad.
Co jest?
Detailing our laws. Read it fully.
Ja pierniczę, ale tym mangarom to się musi nudzić. Dosłownie. Dobra. My idziemy dalej. No ładna jest Aja. W sensie ta część mieszkalna, bo ta inna to wiadomo, że jest wulkaniczna, więc to już no nie jest zbyt ładne, prawda? Dobra. No i teraz do krypty się udamy, tylko że nie zdążymy w tym odcinku. Na pewno. Dobra. Więc moi drodzy, ja wam dziękuję za ten odcinek. Z tej strony był Polski Gracz. Do usłyszenia w kolejnych odcinkach. Trzymajcie się. Cześć!